It's that time of the year again when social media is just absolutely plagued with Spotify Wrapped posts. So I thought I'd make a quick video showing you guys my Spotify Wrapped, but not only as a listener, but as an artist as well. Because if you have your music on Spotify and you have a Spotify for Artists account, then you get your own personalised Spotify Wrapped to do with your listeners, where they are, how many new listeners you've got. And I realise some of you guys might not have seen what that looks like. So let's start with that. And then after that, we'll get into who I've been listening to this year. Who's going to be the top artist? Who's it gonna be? Could it be the same as everyone else's? Who knows? So I know you can't see it right now, I know it's out of focus, but this is what Spotify for Artists Wrapped looks like. So without further ado, let's get into it. So 3, 2, 1, go. In 2023, people were really feeling what you do. I think they say that for everyone, so I'm not too flattered. You had 315,834 listeners. That is awesome. Like, they are individual people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot. So if you're one of those, thank you so much. They streamed your music 2.1 million times. That's how many streams I've had over the past year. For the fact that I didn't release any new music until the beginning of the summer, and then my EP in October, that's amazing. Thank you so much for just coming back and listening to my music, whether it's my new stuff, my old stuff, and thank you for supporting my music in general. That's a huge number, and I will be spending the money I got from those streams on a delicious cheese and onion sandwich, so thank you. People spent this much time listening to your music. 390 million seconds, 6.5 million minutes. I couldn't listen to me for that long. 108,000 hours. That's a lot of days of me continuously singing. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. This is a lot. 148 months worth of music listened to in a year. 12 years. The amount of time spent listening to my music from you guys this year is equivalent to 12 years non-stop in one lifetime. That's a lot. I'm really, really flattered by that. I would say don't do that, but I would love you to do that and more. So thank you again for listening to my music. That's a lot. That's roughly how long it would take to walk from the Earth to the moon. Would it only take 12 years to walk to the moon? I would have thought it would be a bit longer than that. Obviously, we're not here to talk about how I measure distance. So it saved your songs 54,857 times. Anytime that you press it, I don't know if it's a heart now or whether it's just the plus button to the side of your songs on Spotify. That's the equivalent of saving them, and it has a really big impression on how Spotify prioritizes what other people might want to listen to. It helps to recommend my songs to other people. So it's a massive help if you press like save to your library on my songs. So thank you to everyone that did that, because it's 54,000 times. That's a hell of a lot. And my music was added to 55,734 playlists. You can't quantify that. Well, I mean, you could if you're a smart ass. You could just be like, what's 55,000, isn't it? But you can't imagine 55,000 playlists, each with at least one of your songs on it. This is the stuff of dreams. This is the stuff that I dreamed of having back in, 2010, 2011, when I first started making my own solo music. I'm literally living my dream. So whichever songs that you've chosen to put on your playlist, I'm just glad that music meant enough to you to want to do that. So thank you. I can't keep saying thank you because it sounds so disingenuous, but I really am very, very grateful. One track made all your other tracks jealous. I know what this is going to be, because for some reason, I've talked about this before, for some reason, Villains Part 1, which was never a single, it's just track 1 off my first album, it's my most streamed every single day, and it has been for years. And I think it all started because someone made this animation to go with the Magnus Archives, which I think is a podcast. Someone made an animation to go with one of the characters, and then it started getting added to playlists like Harry Potter vibes and things like that, which is really, really cool. Don't support J.K. Rowling, but people have added it to writing playlists, it's inspiration for writing villainous characters. People have added it to their D&D playlists while they're playing D&D, or to help build their D&D character. This song's taken on a world of its own, which is a really weird phenomenon, and I'm very, very grateful for it. It's very peculiar, but Villains Part 1 is my most streamed. Thanks for liking it. If you do like that song, if you're one of the people that listens to that song all the time, listen to a song that I wrote called Brutus. That was actually supposed to be track 2 off of Villains, and then I swapped it out at the, not last minute, but like in the process. It's supposed to be like a partner song to Villains Part 1. And also my new song Parasite, which is on my new EP, has got like similar vibes as well. I think those 3 really go together really well. They're like 3 sisters, in my opinion. Give a warm welcome to all the new listeners who discovered something great this year. Stop. 132,542 people streamed your songs the first time. To have over 130,000 people listen to my music where they've never listened to it before, in the space of a year, that's amazing. To have that many people come across my music, where they've literally never played one of my songs before. That is awesome. I'm over the moon with that. Get any postcards this year? Because your tracks travelled the world. Now this is where we find out which countries that my music is most popular in. So my music was streamed in 163 countries, and funnily enough, my biggest country is the US, which is always quite a surprise to me, mostly because I'm from the UK and I always kind of presume that most of my listening base would be in the UK. But the US, they really dig Villains. I've found out through my analytics. So everyone that says like, please come and tour the US, please know that I want to. Please know that I would love to. Your country is very big and it's very expensive to do that. And it's very difficult to do that. To fly to New York to a gig and then to LA to do a gig. And they're really the only 2 that might make sense financially. Please know I would love to. If I ever pop the fuck off, I'm over to you, I promise. I get quite a lot of my streams from Australia as well, and that's the same thing. I would love to come to Australia and Canada. I've been to Germany. We'll talk about that in a minute. I would love to do shows in Australia and Canada, but again, it's financially, you gotta make it worth it. I've done tours in the past where, they've ended up costing quite a lot of money, because it looks really simple on paper, like, oh, your listener base is there, so go there, right? With travel, logistics, everything, it doesn't always work out that way. Germany being my 5th biggest listener base is crazy to me, because I did a Europe tour in 2018 where I did 5 dates in Germany, and they were relatively small gigs. And you know what, I don't really have too much shame in saying they were pretty undersold, Germany. So get your finger out. If you want me to come back, you're gonna have to convince me good. But honestly, if I can make something happen, I would love to make it happen. I will do it. But right now, just gotta see, ears to the ground and see how it works out. But rest assured, I would love to. As for the UK, I will be touring next year. I can't tell you too much about it right now, but it's gonna be the best of my tours I've ever done. It's gonna be the greatest. I've given you enough to work with there. Look forward to 2024. I'm looking forward to it. Your music got people talking. Fans shared it 3,118 times. That's crazy. That's really, really awesome. So out of 2.1 million streams, you guys shared my music with other people 3,000 times. Let's try and beat that next year. That'll be really cool. I'd like to see that. That would be wicked, because I love seeing you guys share my music on like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything like that. I love seeing that people are recommending my music to others, because it helps me out as an artist. Please don't gatekeep me. Please. Please. 69% of those shares were direct link. So I think that's people like copying the link from Spotify and then pasting it into like socials. Like posting a tweet where you've copied the URL or something like that. 10% on Instagram, so we go like share and then straight to Instagram. I don't find that feature massively helpful. I've tried it a few times and it's a bit clunky. 6% WhatsApp. I want to be on these group chats. I want to be on the WhatsApp chats where my music gets shared on WhatsApp. 5% of those people shared it via Facebook, which is pretty cool. Facebook's really not my main marketing tool, my main social media. I hardly ever post to Facebook. I feel like most people have kind of given up on Facebook. 10% other. Where are you posting that? What are you doing with it? If I see my music in the comment section of a website that it shouldn't be on, I'll be very upset. That would be the worst way for my music to go viral. You know what I'm talking about. Don't do it. It'll be really funny though. If you don't get it, good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. The most shared tracks were Villains Part 1. I want to know these characters you guys are writing to this song. Seriously. Icarus was my second most shared, and then Villains Part 2 was my third most shared. You guys still love the Villains album, which is awesome. It's been out 5 years now, and you guys always go back to it. If you haven't already, I would love for you guys to check out my second album and my latest EP. That would make me very, very happy. But I do love all those tracks, and obviously they get people talking. And I know that they bring up a lot of memories for people. So I'm happy to hear it. Were you doing anything special on Monday, June 12th? Because your listeners were. Between 3 and 4, 815 people listened to you. What were you doing? What were you doing? That's the most of any hour all year. I know some people have like 200,000 people listening now and things like that. I don't. I'm a small artist, and that's a lot to me. That's really, really cool to have that many people listening all at once. That's awesome. So thank you. You guys viewed my canvases 222,000 times. I'll let you in a secret. I turned them off, but I know they're a cool visual for some people, but they kind of make my eyes go a bit strange. And I had this thing where I put Spotify in this like reversed color mode on my iPhone, so it was like white and pink, and the canvases were looking terrifying because they were all inverted colors. So I turned canvases off, but I'm glad that you guys enjoy them. I like making them. Can't forget to give a shout out to your biggest fans. You know what? If you're watching this video, you're probably one of them. Your top 10 artists for 2,095 fans. Thank you. To have me as one of your top 10 most played artists is awesome. And it just gets cooler. I was a top 5 artist for nearly 900 people. So to be in those little cards that people are sharing on social media 900 times is amazing. And finally, I was the top artist for 143 people. 143 people chose to listen to me more than any other artist. That's something that I never ever dreamed of. So thank you so much. One last thing. Let's hear it for the top 0.001% of fans who spent more time with you than anyone else did. They listened to me for 42,404 minutes each. What? So I guess this would be like 1 or 2 people. That's a lot. That's a lot of me to listen to in a year. That really is love. Thank you so much. To listen to my voice for that long in a year, you are troopers. And I'm so glad you like my music as much as I do. So thank you. Emma Blackery, thank you for sharing your music with the world. You're so welcome, Spotify. And then that's it, because then it just gets you to share the little cards, as you can see coming up there. So that is Spotify for Artists Wrapped. All right, now we're going to go into a really quick, brief dive of my Spotify Wrapped for me as a listener. I'm not going to make this one as long because you've been here for a while. 2023 was a feast for your ears. You listened to 22 genres. Is that all? Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh, the sandwich. The genre sandwich. So, rock, pop, metropopable. Wow, it's so quick. You can read that. This year, your listening took you places. Well, let's find out. One place listened just like you. Cambridge, USA. Ooh, there we go. I'm part of the Cambridge, USA club, guys. You played 1,842 songs in 2023. That is not a lot, well, compared to like the 6,000 I did last year. Wow. Okay, my top song was Because I Liked a Boy by Sabrina Carpenter. I played that 43 times. I love that song. If you haven't listened to it, I adore it. That whole album by Sabrina Carpenter is amazing. I know people are really getting into her now because of like the Nonsense song that she did that's going viral all the time because of the outro of it. But the whole album is amazing. I listened to it when it first came out and it's spectacular. I suggest you listen to it. It's really, really good. You know what? That song resonates with me a little bit. I have my reasons. You had room in your heart for more than one favourite. Okay, so here are my top 5 for the year, guys. There we go. Because I Liked a Boy. Fine Line by Kesha. That song, oh, I love it. It's so, I don't know, it's really emotional. It's a really, really beautiful song. She went through hell and it's an incredible song. The lyrics in it are amazing. The production is so eerie. It's beautiful. As you can tell, I love the new Paramore album. Big Man, Little Dignity. It's amazing that was my most played out of the whole album. I wouldn't say it's my favourite, but it is a song that once it gets in my head, I love it. You First and MJ by Now Now. MJ is an amazing song. It gets me every time. Time is a construct, but we kept track anyway. You listened for 10,497 minutes, 7 days non-stop. I can do better than that. I need to do better than that next year. You peaked on 7th of October with 359 minutes. What was out on 7th of October? Oh, I know what that was. So I did a gig on October 7th and during my meet and greet I had a playlist playing so you guys could listen to music while I was doing the meet and greet, So that's what that was. That's the longest I listened to music in one day as a musician. That's not a lot. I'm gonna make a resolution for next year. Listen to more music. It doesn't have to be 10,000 artists, but geez, listen to more fucking music. It's not like it's your job or anything. God. You listened to 663 artists this year, but one came out on top. See, that's interesting because I wasn't trying to do like a artist challenge thing, but I listened to 663 artists, but only 22 genres. Talk about fucking pigeonholed, right? Any guesses? Who's my top artist? Oh, who is it? Who is it gonna be? Of course, I'm a top 5% fan. I've seen some people like 0.001%. My sister was 0.005% top fan. So I'm an amateur, apparently. But yes, Taylor Swift is my most played artist of the year. Shock horror, just like everyone fucking else. You have something special with your top artists. Oh, here we go. Here's how you spent time with them across the year. Okay, this gets a bit embarrassing after a while, okay? This is great. Paramore was my second most listened to. That makes total sense. Whoever's number 3 is going to be an absolute fucking legend. Oh no, it's me! It's me, I listen to myself. I have to check my music goes up. I was doing a different type of release thing this year and I had to... Anyway, Lorde, number 4. Moving on. Lorde, number 4, that makes total sense. I listen to Lorde. Fuck ton. I love Lorde. And AFI were my 5th, which is quite a surprise. But I did listen to pretty much all of their albums. Because I wanted to get into them because they're one of my fiance's favourite bands of all time. So I decided to give AFI a listen and they're amazing. Sing the Sorrow, amazing album. December Underground, fucking phenomenal production. Crash Love, really great album as well. Bangers. So those are my top 5. It's embarrassing that I'm in there, but I promise you I don't sit there just listen to myself for funsies. I don't just go off on a great big fucking self-love session, you know, hearing myself and going, oh, I'm so great. I have to test that my music is all up there and working. So shut up, leave me alone. Also, my music's great. What if I did? It's fine. All right. Tap to reveal. What was my card? It was The Hypnotist. Ooh. Your concentration is absolute, friend. You like to play albums all the way through, from the opening track to the final note. That's true. This year, I didn't make this public. The one thing that I really wanted to do was try and listen to more albums I've never heard before. And I've been making a list of them in my notes app of like rating them out of 10. If you want to see what albums I've listened to in full this year, if you'd like me to make a video on that, I can. I'd be happy to do that. It was a really fun experiment. There were some albums that I never would have chosen to listen to, but I've listened all the way through. Some classic ones. Can you believe I'd never listened to Rumours by Fleetwood Mac all the way through before? Or 10 by Pearl Jam. I have now. So if you want me to make a video on all the albums that I listened to by choice, all the way from start to finish this year, then let me know. I'd love to do that. And there we go. So that is my Spotify Wrapped as a listener this year. Can't believe I'm in my own fucking Spotify Wrapped. This happened almost every year. It makes me look like a right dick, but I'm not. I am. I'm not. I am. So there we go. Those are my Spotify Wrapped for the year. It's not really a plural, is it? Spotify Wrapped. Wraps. But there they are as a listener and an artist. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it educational, what it looks like for artists. And you know what, I hope you found this video enjoyable. If you'd like more sort of reacting content like this, let me know. If there's anything you want me to talk about with regards to being an artist on Spotify or you know, just in terms of like what it's like releasing music and things like that, let me know. Let me know your questions. I'd love to do a Q&A soon where I can just answer all your questions that you have about the industry, about my personal tastes, my production, whatever. If you'd like to see me do that, let me know and I'll arrange that and we'll get that done. But anyway, I'm going to go now. This is long. This is way longer than I thought. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, guys, I shall catch you later. Can't believe I got caught enjoying my own music again. Balls.